Hey, hi everyone. In this particular video, we are going to learn about the HTTP status code of the 5xx series, right? Basically, this particular 5xx series is called your server error series, and the most important status code which we frequently used in our backend code, that is your 500, 502 and the 503. These three are used, right? So let's understand that what each of this status code mean one by one, right? So let's start with the 500. Now what is this 500? It is basically called your internal server error, right? So by this particular status code, your server says that there is some problem in the server code, right? Like there is some problem, there is some problem. This is what your server says with the help of this particular 500 status code. That means either you can understand it in a way that your server code, the code get crashed, right? So in such cases you use this particular 500 status code. Now let's move forward toward the next, that is your 502, right? What is this 502 status code? Basically it is your bad gateway, right? It is your bad gateway. What does this in particular mean? Let me give you an example. Let's say that you are a client here, right? This is the client, and client is sending some request to the server, right? Server A. But the server A, after getting the request, it sends this request to the another server, which is your server B, and whatever response come from the server B is taken by the server A, and in the response server A send the response to the client. Like this particular architecture is there, right? So let's say that this server B has not sent the right response to the request. In that particular case, the server A says that the bad gateway. That means the other server which is needed to send me the right response has not given me the correct response to share with you. That's in that particular case, it is saying that bad gateway, right? So you can understand in the form of authentication, right? So let's say that you are using some Google authentication, right? Google authentication, and you actually make a request. So basically you do what? You just click on the Google, right? It to just log in yourself, and it take you to the server about whatever the information you have shared from the front end, right? That goes to the server side, and from the server it goes to the Google authentication, where Google verifies that yes, this is the right ID and the password, right? And let's say that Google fails to tell you that this is the right ID or password. In the response of that, your own particular server cannot say that you are now allowed to go forward with the website, right? That you are authorized, because the response didn't came perfect from the server B, right? So that is the reason, it that particular case it will give us the bad gateway, bad gateway, right? Which is your status code 502, right? Now let's move forward toward the next, that is your last, which is 503. Now what is this 503? Basically it is your you can learn it in the way that is service unavailable, right? Basically when your server is either busy, that means there are a lot of traffic on the website, right? You can take it the example that when you are trying to access your result, right? Some government exam result, and when you try to access it, basically you spend the time, it says that the server is busy, right? You can come again after some time. So why it is busy? Because there is a lot of traffic on the website, and server is working with all the clients, right? All the clients that are trying to access it, so it is busy. So in case of busy, if you are trying to access it, it will say that sorry, current time the service is unavailable, you can come again after some time, right? And this is the first case. And in the second case, it is in let's say that is either your server is in maintenance, right? Maintenance means all the developer that has built the server has are now actually maintaining or updating some your server code, right? In that particular case, if you are trying to access the server or trying to do something with your website, the server says that I'm in the maintenance. That means your servers is not available, so it gives the status code of 503, which means that service is unavailable. Got it? So I hope you understood the concept of the 53503 status code, and these are the three status code which are normally most used in your 5xx series and your backend code, right? So I hope you understood this concept and all the important server error series status code of the 5xx series. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, make sure that you hit the like and subscribe button. Goodbye.